IT realization project Get Your Food, prepared by Svetin Yoltov, SNS developed hotel project.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, chairpersons. I'm Constantine, and today I will be presenting you the project GetYourFood. So, firstly, I am a co-founder of the SNS developed company together with my cousin Stefan Vodov, and I am a first-year student at Technical University of Sofia, and I'm studying computer engineering. So, what is actually this project about? I told you the name is GetYourFood, so might be something about food. I hope you're not hungry. So I'll talk about food. So GetYourFood is a web-based application that allows both restaurants and customers to get best experience. Clients can make orders in a restaurant from their phone without waiting for a waiter to do that for them. Once the order is made, it is sent to the kitchen, the cuisine, or where it is prepared. Then the waiter brings the food to your table. And once you're done, you can pay cash or you can pay with PayPal just with a touch of the screen of the phone. And the system can work with multiple restaurants, so it's not just for one single restaurant. And the user can write also reviews about the restaurant, about the food, about the cuisine, about the waiters. And what are actually the goals of the project? So just think about it. How many times have you been in a restaurant and you see the waiter standing in front of you and waiting for you to say what you want? Well, it's a bit hesitating, and actually sometimes you wait a long time for the waiter to come and to get your order. So this is one of the main problems that this system can fix, and it works great on mobile devices. It's scalable, and it allows users to choose best restaurant for them because of all the reviews that the system can store. And actually, I'm saying that when the restaurant is using the system, they don't need a lot of waiters actually. They need just one or two waiters to serve all the tables. And this saves money that can be used to provide food with better quality, or the restaurant can upgrade their infrastructure. So the first part, the main view of the model, is a list of the registered restaurants in the system. The users can see them in a list. They can see reviews, ranking, description, and photos of the restaurant. There is an option for the photos to be in panoramic view. Users can use a form to book a table in a specific restaurant, or they can book the entire restaurant. They can also use the phone or the email of the restaurant to do that. And the system can be used anonymously, but when you sign in, so you make an account, you register in the system, you can register, of course, with social media, Google+, Facebook, it's okay. By signing in, the system gives you more advantages, like writing a review or sending a direct message to the kitchen and the chefs. So, being signed in, users can see a button, enter in a restaurant. And when clicked, a page with the QR code scanner opens up, and the user must scan a QR code that is at the entrance of the restaurant. And once scanned, the user is marked as a visitor. The one is connected to the system of the specific restaurant, and when the customer sits on a table in the restaurant, he or she must scan a QR code that is on the table so that the system will know where the customer actually is. And then a menu opens up. The user chooses what he wants to order, and actually you see here only a list of the food, but you can see a lot of detailed information about calories, energy, and so on. And once done and checked out, a notification on the cuisine's computer shows up, and the cooker marks the new order when it starts preparing. The chefs also update the status of the order, so the user will know what is the stage of completion of his order at any time. The ordered dishes can be changed by the user only if the stage of completion is less than 30%. And once done, dishes are brought to the specified table by a waiter. Then the user can pay cash or with credit card or PayPal from the phone. And the user will also be prompted to write an optional review to the restaurant or the chefs or the waiters. The system allows users to make orders from their home or office only if the specified restaurant supports such service. And also if the customer is marked as trusted or VIP from the restaurant's admins, one is allowed to make orders outside the restaurant and specify the exact time of his arrival. So that way the customer will no longer wait a minute for his order. And let's just talk about the backend of the system. I'm using the latest versions of PHP, MySQL, PHP for the backend code and the backend infrastructure, MySQL for the database, HTML5 and CSS3 for the view layers, JavaScript and jQuery are just for interaction with the user interface. Ajax is made for HTTP requests, and Google Maps API is used just to mark the restaurant's positions. So I have been asked a lot of times why I'm using PHP. Actually, why not C# or something like that? Well, I think that PHP is modern, it's stable and fast, and actually it provides really great cacheable libraries. So let's continue with the WebSocket. Actually, the WebSocket is the main part of the project. This is a protocol providing a full duplex communication channel over a single TCP connection, and this is an advanced technology that makes it possible to open an interface communication session between the user's browser and the server, and that way we can provide a great user experience. Actually, using the WebSocket technology, the project gives the users really great flexibility, because all the data that users need to see is created automatically without a page refresh. The WebSocket is used in the restaurant model in the part for the chefs, and their audio orders shows up automatically like push notifications, like you receive push notification on Facebook or something. Also, their audio orders shows up automatically, and the status is updated automatically. On the client's model, there is a button called a waiter, and when clicked, an instant notification is sent to the waiter's device. And when the users write review about the food and restaurant, those reviews again shows up automatically without any refresh. Another main part of the project is the QR reader, and can you see? Okay. The QR scanner uses algorithm that decodes the main parts of the QR code, and we are decoding the idea of the restaurant and the idea of the table in the restaurant. So firstly, the input image has its contrast and brightness changed in order to get best black and white to make it readable, actually. And then the positioning markers, which are those squares here, they are found, and they indicate the direction in which the code is printed. The quiet zone actually cuts out the code from the picture. The alignment marker helps the algorithm to position the direction of the QR code. And then trimming points they're used by the algorithm to determine how large the data matrix is by those two lines here. Then the version information that is here around the squares is scanned. The version information is important because currently there are more than 40 different versions of the QR code. Then not so important information is that around the squares, which is format information. And actually it just helps the algorithm to analyze the data fast. And the last not analyzed part of the matrix is actually the data that we need to get the idea of the restaurant or the number of the tables in the restaurant. So just I made a research, and at the beginning of the development of the project, a survey in Google Forms was made. It was completed approximately by 3,000 people, and they were asked a few questions whether they will use such web application. The results show that younger people between 14 and 21 years old are fine to use the GetYourFood platform. The older people still prefer to use the old, methods in restaurant. However, almost 80% of the people from the survey say that they are not satisfied from the restaurant service, complaining about the time that it takes to get their order done. And they also report that it's not easy to find a restaurant for the needs. Actually, all of these problems are solved by our system. And actually, what's next? We're not done here. This system will be part from something bigger. The next step is to integrate the system in autonomous restaurant. And by autonomous, I mean a restaurant with no waiters and no chefs. It will be fully automatically. The restaurant will be under the tables, and elevators will lift the food onto the table, and the food will be actually, some of the food will be done and will be frozen, and then will be just warm up. The other foods will be mixed in real time with robots. But this is actually the next step, and if you are interested, we can talk later in the coffee breaks, because I almost have my time down. So, thank you for your attendance. And let me know if you have any questions.
Nice application presentation. Also, the conclusions were very interesting. Maybe for this person which 50 plus, maybe not understandable, because if there is no waiters, there is no fuel in the restaurant, why to go in the restaurant, why not to stay at home? But it's for discussion. The applications is a good issue to continue to improve your application. So let's start with questions.
I would like to ask you what kind of languages and technologies are you using on the mobile devices? Native applications or something?
No, it will be web-based application accessed from the browser. When going further on the next step that I told you, maybe then we'll use Android-based applications, but for now it's just web-based.
Next question.
About the paying process, are you using an external API from another company or are you using your own code for
The QR code?
this? For the payment, you told us that.
For the payment. Actually, the payment integration in Bulgaria can be done with Borica, and it's really nice API that Borica provides, and it's really easy to make payment with PayPal through Borica.
You mentioned that the restaurant would need to have QR and QR code readers.
Yes.
Do you expect a lot of pushback from the restaurants that they need to invest in new screens, new equipment, although they have let's say, a cheaper source of labor right now, which is waiters and students?
No, actually, restaurants, they don't need to spend almost anything because, well, you can print the QR code even on a paper with a printer, just a normal printer.
QR readers and touch screens.
You just use the phone, your phone for QR reader.
Also, the restaurant would have just a phone.
Oh, no. Restaurants just have to spend money for computers that will be put in the kitchen, and computers for the waiters. Actually, waiters can use their phones because they're just walking around the tables, and actually using a computer will not be comfortable for them.
Just one friendly advice. You have enough background. Why don't try something more realistic? Because restaurants are different area, many areas. For example, one of the big malls, right? There are a lot of items, thousands, millions. Okay? And the users, if you go to the big malls in France, Germany, you are completely lost. You're losing your time searching this item, that item, what is there, how is there, and moreover the administration there will be happy to provide nice interface, even to pay, and to tell you that this is the picture of my mall, right? It's huge. I can show you.
Yes.
Huge, kilometer. Go this and this way, go there, and that's it.
Actually,
So, right, you go there. You could go even further, but I want to stop here. Is your net better than the restaurant? It's my advice.
actually, the system is fully flexible, so it can be integrated with almost anything.
No, but I'm saying next, realistic step. More profit than restaurants.
Constantine, what is relation with your booking.com and your application GetYourFood? Booking.com.
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 No.
Where you book the hotels. Here you book the restaurants.
Yes, actually, it can be. Yeah, you can say so. But actually,
Who will manage your application? Who will guarantee about the quality of food?
well, the quality of food is the restaurants.
Restaurants.
The system
But
can do nothing
who
about.
will manage the application?
All the restaurants have
To go into the booking.com, you have to provide the proof that you are certified.
Yeah, there is authentication
Go
system.
into the system.
There is authentication system with username and email. So username and password. So it's not a problem.
And to prove the quality of the food, to prove the quality of the restaurants, I think that the cost is not problem.